everyone, Sam Davidson here with MEA Worldwide at the premiere of Netflix's newest comedy, Mr. Iglesias, starring Gabriel Iglesias himself, who is one of the funniest stand-up comedians of our generation. It is going to be a fantastic night. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned. About your role and like what really drew you to this project specifically.
Well, I've known Gabe for about 20 years, and at the same time, I've always been a big fan of his. So when I heard that he was having a new sitcom and a new show, I felt like I really want to be a part of it. And I think we have a lot of chemistry. As I play Tony, a fellow teacher, but also Gabe's best friend in the show. So I just feel like we have such a history and we have such great chemistry that we're able to really like bounce and connect and really like make some magic happen.
So tell me a little bit about if you were a fan of Gabe or knew Gabe before this series started.
I remember seeing Gabe about 20 years ago when he first started out, yeah. And now he's huge. He's huge. Everywhere he goes, he sells out. People love him. So the show comes with a built-in audience. It's amazing. And he's great at improvising and it's so much fun.
Tell me about your character and what either drew you to this character or what you found the most intriguing about it to play.
It's ridiculous because he's delusional. He thinks he's great, but he's awful, which is, it's a great thing to play. There's so many people like that in society who have, delusions of grandeur, and he's the bad guy. So Gabe and him get to butt heads.
I love this role because it's a huge challenge. It's something that I've never played before. It was awesome to come on set and just to work with everyone. Everyone's really welcoming. It was like a really big family. I had to learn about my character's accent, the culture. I play a tough kid, and I don't want to spoil too much, but people think I'm a bully, but in reality it's just I like this kid and I don't really know how to get that across. So it was interesting to connect with my character and just find a different side of me and what it means to be Latina in America.
What was this role like that kind of made you feel like you were taking your career and yourself to the next level?
Ooh, great question. It was a lot of fun when it came through. It was a young, ambitious girl on a heavily Latinx show, which I loved, in such a big time of representation. And I just feel like it's comedy, which I think will always be home base for me, but a little bit more than Nickelodeon. So it felt like a really good stepping stone. I loved the character, and the writing was just really funny in the pilot, and I just really liked it, and it felt like a really nice transition.
Did you feel like you got a sense of high school life that you perhaps never really got to have because you were always working?
Yeah, yes, actually. We were like, me, Coy, all the actors that haven't been in school in a while, were like, these lockers? How do you open this? So it's a lot of fun, and I'm lucky because I only left school in 8th grade. That's when I started Nickelodeon. I'm relatively new. So I got a little bit of school life before I really got into the acting world. So it was nice to be at a desk again and like in a classroom, even if it only has 3 walls. It was a lot of fun.
So tell me about landing this role and what specifically about the part really drew you to her.
Well, I always grew up thinking maybe I might become a teacher. I love children, and I don't know, I used to substitute teach like when I was in college, sort of on the side, and I really loved it. So kind of like Gabe, I feel like I'm living like my alternate reality. Like I get sort of to play pretend like I'm a teacher on this show, which is really cool.
Tell me what it's like working with Gabe. Were you a fan of his stand-up before it all, or did you just kind of catch up when you got the role?
I actually have to be honest, I didn't know of him or his stand-up before the show, and man was I missing out. So I've gotten to know him over the course of filming the show, and just what a wonderful person he is, and I'm so grateful to be working with him. I just adore him.
So tell me a little bit about your relationship with Gabe before the show. Did you guys know each other? Were you good friends?
We've known each other for over 20 years, being stand-up comics. He used to give me a ride home after my car was repossessed to the comedy club and back home.
So what was it about this role specifically that really pulled you in?
I loved it because it wasn't just playing the sassy black woman, it was very three-dimensional. And besides the fact that I just love Gabriel Iglesias so much, and he offered it to me. I didn't have to audition for it. So it was a very well-written script. I love the message and undergirded with the funny.
So, your own Netflix show, one of my favorite comedians. Was this a dream come true? How long has it been in the works for?
Dream come true was to have my own parking spot here at LA. This is a close second though. You know, a lot of comics will say it was my dream, it was my passion, I've always wanted to have my own show. I will be completely honest with you, my passion is comedy. So I'm glad that Netflix said, you know what, can we meet somewhere halfway? And so this show, I was very, very happy with the result of it. I wasn't very excited in the beginning just because I had gone down the road of doing sitcoms before, and there was a lot of creative differences, and you never get what you want. But Netflix, I cannot say enough good things about them. Look, I talk about them so much, I wear Netflix now. They gave me an amazing platform that made sense. It very much took my stand-up and it put it in a place where it made all the sense in the world, and so I'm very, very happy with it.
Was it weird though working in front of a studio audience because you can't really interact with them like you do on stage doing stand-up? Did that help you, or did it kind of like mess with you a little bit?
I didn't restrict myself from engaging with the studio audience, so if I did something and I thought it was funny and it didn't get the pop that I wanted, I would actually talk to the audience. I would break that fourth wall every 15 minutes. It annoyed the directors, but it kept me excited, it kept me going, and it kept the audience knowing that I'm still in touch with them. I think if you try to keep that wall up, you're gonna keep them out. So it is important to engage with them, and I asked for a multicam over a single cam because I needed to have that engagement. I'm a comic first.
Well, tell me about your own experience. You were almost a teacher, right? If you weren't a comic, you maybe would have been a teacher. Is that true?
I took a course in high school called Exploratory Teaching, and I found that I was really good at getting the attention of children in order to teach them. That's what the lady told me. She says, you're really good at getting their attention. Your lesson plans are horrible, but those will get better with time.
We have had an amazing time here at the premiere of Netflix's newest show, Mr. Iglesias. We hope that you guys have enjoyed these interviews. If you'd like to see more like them, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, download our app for free, or go to our website. We'll see you next time.
I will make this an Elite 100 school by any means necessary.
I know that quote. Civil rights activist Martin 10.
What?
Wakanda forever.
Mr. Iglesias saved the day!